Do you have a plan in place to address the possibility that you'll need healthcare assistance when you get older? I know as we age, we all ask ourselves, how did I get here? But we are here or we're getting there, and we need to plan for the future. Hello, this is Brian Fisk with Reverse Mortgage Strategies. Independent and self-reliant seniors should have a plan for possible future care needs in place sooner rather than later. Don't put it off. A decline in health without a plan can stress the entire family and can be financially devastating. While most seniors would prefer to remain in their home and age in place, the fact is that 70% will need some form of long-term care, and 40% of people who reach age 65 will enter a nursing home facility during their lifetime. 2.4 years is the average length of stay. Based on average cost in California, that can snowball to $330,000 or more. And that's for the average cost of care and the average length of stay in an average facility today. It can be much, much more. Planning ahead is essential. What kind of care is preferred and how can this be paid for? I'm going to review 4 options for dealing with the costs of long-term care. Option 1 is Medi-Cal. Seniors depending on Medi-Cal to provide for these needs must understand that the Medi-Cal asset and income limitations are complex, can change every year, and if you do qualify, you must re-qualify every 3 months. Put as simply as possible, to qualify for Medi-Cal long-term care assistance, you will be required to spend down your nest egg first in order to meet the eligibility requirements. In addition, the system may control aspects of your care, where you can stay, and the treatment you receive. To put it mildly, this is not a good solution and should be avoided if at all possible. And I'm not going to discuss it further because I assume that if you're watching this video, you're looking for a better way. Option 2 is long-term care insurance. This coverage protects assets and allows you to retain control of your health care, where and how you'll live at the point in your life when you need assistance. If you're one of the 70% of Americans that will require some form of long-term care, this is a good option. This coverage is not cheap. However, many long-term care policies today are in the form of life insurance policies with long-term care riders, so that if long-term care is not necessary, or if all of the benefit of the policy is not consumed by long-term care costs, your children or whoever you designate will receive a life insurance payout for the remaining benefit. So although this insurance is not cheap, it's not use it or lose it. So how should you pay these premiums? If your income is sufficient and the premiums can be paid monthly from your income without restricting you financially, of course it's an option. If your monthly income is not sufficient to comfortably make premium payments, you might consider a reverse mortgage. Many seniors plan to retire, pay for their health care out of pocket, and leave their home to the kids. But what winds up happening is, because of the high cost of this care, they're forced to sell their home and move into an assisted living facility where the proceeds from the home sale are consumed on average in 2.5 years. Why not tap into the home equity now to buy long-term care insurance so that you can remain in your home where you prefer to be, number one, and where long-term care costs can be half of what they'd be in an assisted living facility, which also means there will be significantly more left to your heirs. And of course, an additional benefit would be that if you currently have a mortgage payment, with a reverse mortgage, you would eliminate that payment. You've worked hard and earned the right to control how and where you'll live out your retirement. The reverse mortgage combined with long-term care can give you that control and security. The third option is to self-fund. If you have the resources to cover the cost of long-term care in addition to your other expenses, self-funding may be an option. But it's critical to understand the costs and that you have the resources to cover those costs beyond the average length of stay. If you prefer to self-fund because maybe you don't like insurance or have health issues that would make qualifying for insurance difficult, but you don't have the savings to pay for the high cost of long-term care out of pocket, an FHA-insured HECM or home equity conversion mortgage might be the best option. The HECM provides a line of credit that grows each year at a rate, as of this video, of around 8.25% per year. This growing tax-free and liquid account can provide the funds to pay future long-term care associated costs. Let's see what that looks like. The average age of entry into an assisted living facility is age 79. In this illustration, a 65-year-old male secures a $342,000 initial line of credit. Growing at current rates, by the time this client is 79 years old, the line of credit has grown to $1,039,000, sufficient to cover long-term care costs for well over the average duration of stay. This is an excellent option for homeowners that may not like the idea of insurance, or again, may not qualify for insurance because of health conditions, or because of those conditions, the cost is prohibitive. With this strategy, you should apply now, number one, while your finances are healthy, so you can qualify for the loan, and number two, so that the line of credit can grow as much as possible. At 8.25%, the line of credit will double in about 8.5 years. A fourth option would be a combination of long-term care insurance and self-funding. These strategies are flexible. We have clients that are willing to self-fund up to a point and use insurance just for additional protection. We can customize a solution that makes sense financially. If you're facing these concerns about what your late retirement will look like, give us a call. With some basic information, my team can work with you to put together a plan that addresses these concerns and give you and your loved ones the confidence of having a plan in place. My number is 818-425-2058. This is Brian Fisk with Reverse Mortgage Strategies. Thank you.